is Randy Mason from Elements Church in the Bronx. I hope that you're doing well, and I hope that by the time this video is through, both you and I will be doing even better. This is today's edition of the Elements Church Daily Devotional. I feel like there should be some applause or something there. Yeah, so we're going to get into it. You ready? Boom. There are 66 books in the Bible. That's a lot of words, but right now I want to focus on just 5. The first 5 words found in the Bible. Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning, God created. Now God, the original Rosetta Stone, has never had a problem with language. God used language to disrupt the plans of prideful people at the Tower of Babel. You can read about that in the book of Genesis. God used language to empower praying people on the day of Pentecost. You can read about that in the book of Acts. So God has never had a hard time finding the right words, and yet God chooses to begin his story with these 5 words. In the beginning, God created. God chooses to introduce himself to the world first as creator. I wonder how often do we recognize creativity as a characteristic of God? The first thing we see God do is create. The first thing we hear God say is, "Let there be light." In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God hovered above the face of the waters, and God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Now, if you read John, the Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 1, it says, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him all things were made or created. Without him nothing was made that has been made or created. In him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." So in Genesis 1, we see creativity and light working together to produce life that reflects the image of God. In John 1, we see creativity, light, and life all wrapped up into one passage, one person, that is Jesus. Jesus was a creative, a carpenter, an orator. He made things with wood. He made things with words. He saw things differently. He helped ordinary fishermen catch fish in order to cast vision. He spoke in parables. He told stories. In the beginning, Jesus created. He created an entirely countercultural way of living. Now, everybody watching this video right now is creative. You are creative. You don't have to be a musician or a painter to be creative. Jesus was neither. Creativity is about vision and faith, about imagining how life could be and then bringing it to fruition. You are made in the image of God, and if God is the creator, then you are creative. Your life is a canvas. Your marriage is a canvas. Your church is a canvas. Your relationships are a canvas. Your work is a canvas. Romans chapter 1, verse 20, it says that, "For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature have been clearly seen, being understood." How? From what he has made. So what God made is the evidence of who God is. But of all the things that God has made, what is his favorite? You. So be encouraged. Create, speak life, let there be light in and around you. Appreciate y'all. Peace.